came up first, and he had been talking about this VR headset, so they already knew what they were going to get him. All the other kids were talking about it too. So MJ's birthday came, he got that VR headset. That's what he really wanted. It's kind of a big thing for him. Well, then next was Serenity's birthday, a couple of months later, I believe, and she said the same thing. I want that VR headset. That's what they all wanted, and so they made sure he got that VR. Serenity got the VR headset. Now both kids had it. Well, then Lexi's birthday was a couple weeks ago, and Patient said, no, you've got enough stuff. If you want to play with one, you can play with Serenity's when she lets you. That came from Matt. So that's ABUSIVE. I don't care who you are. She women like that. Yeah, I have a million more stories like that. Thank you. I've been saying that. So the way that she looks at people in this house, she's always like this. She's always looking down, and she's always real hesitant to enter the environment. And somebody else on here said that she seems timid and afraid, and she doesn't know her place. Like, if you watch the videos of her giving the kids gifts, they trust her. They run right up on her and they hug her and they're happy. Like, that's a child who, what? I know. That's a child who feels very comfortable with their mother, right? Serenity and MJ. Their guards are very let down, as they should be. Lexi doesn't have that. You can see she's very guarded. Also, let me point something else out somebody brought up to me. I have to ask her mom. Somebody else messaged me this earlier, and I can't look at it right now, but Shelly passed away on one day in August. I can't remember the exact day, and I'm sorry that's disrespectful, but I can't remember the exact day. And the very next day, it was 2022, the very next day, Patience and Johnny and the three kids pose in a picture, okay, and it says something about family is most important. The day before, that little girl's mom lost her life, and you're posing in front of a tree with a child that don't even belong to you, saying family is most important. Let her be with her grieving grandparents. They lost their daughter. But no, it's manipulation and control at its finest. They never do what they should. No, I'm not shocked. Yes, so if you go back and look at that, you say August 29th, you can look up Shelly Wolf in Mississippi, see her the day she passed, Shelly Wolf. I can't remember, I think it's like Jackson County, something like that. Anyways, Mississippi, Shelly Wolf. Look at the day that she was pronounced what she was. And then scroll through her Facebook and TikTok and look at stuff she posted the day after. Nothing to celebrate when a little girl's mom loses her life. Raisin, that's a cuss word over here. If you want to message me, I can tell you why. Y'all, let me go grab a drink. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Raisin is bullying and harassing Shelly's parents, and they can't do anything right now because they're in this court thing, so they can't even come online and defend themselves. So this Raisin, whatever she is, she'll change her name in a week. I think she already changed it again because, anyways, she came on here and literally made a video telling a bold-faced lie, like several lies, talking about Lexi's grandparents and like about me, and everything she said was a lie, but she has to get away with saying that because Cindy, Lexi's grandma, she can't get on here and defend herself, and she knows I'm not gonna say anything that throws Cindy under the bus. I'm gonna help her respect the judge's order. So I could get on here right now and say, bam, bam, you know, lie to somebody else's mama, but you ain't lying to mine. But I can't. All I can say is, like, the police have been notified. She is unhinged and unwell, and thank God I'm far away, but Cindy's awful close to where that woman lives. Matt better watch out too. Yeah, so what she did, somebody said that went sideways quick. So what she did was, in her video yesterday, y'all feel free to ask me anything about this because I can answer it, but in her video yesterday, she posted when the court hearing was, where it was at, and all of that. Well, there were things that should not have been posted until maybe a day after. You don't in the moment post that, and it really made things complicated for people in that courtroom yesterday. And so I'm not related to Shelly, no. I will answer anything you guys ask. Are her kids back with her? Though, are you talking about Patience? Are you talking about raising dumplings? Because she has 4 kids not in her care either. I didn't say that. She is. She does. And didn't she like have this whole thing with Heather Wyatt? Like going to the cemetery and stuff? That's crazy. Thank you guys. How do I do that, sober girl? Hold on. You guys, bear with me. I'm going to go look at my settings, moderators. No, hold on. Pin comments. Jesus, how do I do this? Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. All I see is hear your voice, rankings, comment settings. Oh, allow comments, filter comments backward. Mute duration, mute rules, filter comments, blocked keywords. You should be able to hold down the comment. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Super mods are able to pin. How do I make somebody a super mod? Oh, look. Hold on. It's not letting me pin that. It's saying I got to do some other stuff. Do they allow Lexi to go to her mom's service? I don't think so. I do not think so. They were so elated that was... Yeah, so all of us are on the same page except for Raisin, and that's because when she disrespected Lexi's grandmother yesterday by sitting in front of the courthouse, and everybody was like, you know, what's the difference between what I'm doing and what she was doing? Y'all, she followed her. She made videos. She recorded them going in the courthouse, and to me, anything I say has been told to me by people in the courtroom or family members. Like, I'm talking to a lot of really, really close people involved in this, okay? Nothing I'm saying is a lie. I can tell you that, and I can prove that too. I've said that. I wouldn't lie to you. I have no reason to lie to you. I could come on here today and be like, you know what? Patience is lying. She doesn't have her kids back. But I'm not. I think she does, unfortunately. No, I agree with you. Yeah. She's not even going to address it. Like, but I figured she would just, I figured if she got the kids back, she would just pick up and carry on like that because it's money. It's money. She's going to pretend like this didn't happen. Yeah. Cindy has been through so much, guys. My heart breaks for her. My heart breaks for Lexi. Yeah. Hold on, guys. I watch your videos every day. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Kayla. Lexi's mom passed away. I'll try to tell this story as best as I can without violating any guidelines, but so there was at one point substance issues all around the board. Johnny, Shelly, You know, Johnny was in and out of jail, and Shelly had some issues. Shelly went to treatment and was doing fantastic. Had been doing fantastic. Was like, had her life going good. And this is when Johnny was like in and out of prison, and he was escaping prison, and he was getting people pregnant while he was still married to Shelly, and then wanting to make it work with Shelly. And anyway, so when he got out of jail the last time, him and Shelly were still together, and they spent a couple nights together, but Shelly could not get over the fact that he had got another woman pregnant while he was in prison. Yeah, so after a couple of days, she just told him she couldn't do it anymore. She wanted a divorce. There had been a lot of things happen, and he could not accept that, did not want that. Well, Johnny didn't really know Lexi. He'd been in and out of prison, and Shelly wanted him to know his daughter. She wanted Lexi to know her dad too, because Johnny doesn't have a relationship with his other kids. She wanted more for Lexi. So 2 weeks later, after begging her and trying to make this marriage work, he pulls up and he's got Patience with him. And Patience was not. She took over. She took over that situation. Johnny took a back seat, and it was between Patience and Shelly then. And Patience did whatever the hell she wanted to do. And, you know, at some point they took Lexi away. And so Johnny and Shelly were still married. So the way that they kept Lexi away, listen, let me make this very clear to you. Shelly never lost custody of her daughter, ever. Patience and Johnny never won a custody battle. That's not what happened. Somebody died. That's all that happened. So Johnny and Shelly were married. They have Lexi. Well, they decide, you know, to do weekends, to let Lexi spend the weekend with her dad so that she could know her dad. Well, then he rolls up and Patience is with him. So then it became toxic and really bad. One weekend while he had Lexi, he filed for divorce. And when he done that, he withheld Lexi from her mom for like 8 months because they were backed up because they were trying to catch back up after the COVID, you know, when the courthouse was closed and everything. I dealt with that too. But anyway, so he withheld that little girl from a mother that had never been away from her. She had never been away from Lexi at all. Johnny, he had never been around her. This was definitely a Patience thing. So anyways, she was losing her mind trying to really figure out how to make this work without her daughter. And from what I understand, she reached out to somebody for a Xana. Can I say that? A Xana, you know. And it had FENT in it. It took her life immediately. Immediately took her life. She was doing really good. And she was getting her feet on the ground and getting away from Johnny. She was getting away from Johnny and doing better. And then again, the day after she lost her life, tragically and suddenly, they're posting family pictures saying family's the only thing that matters. Funny. That's so funny. Hey, baby girl. Girl, I don't know. They don't want nothing to do with this live. My daughter's in here, guys. She's asking me where her siblings are. They don't want nothing to do with this live. Could you do a quick lowdown on the family tree so I can make sure I know what you're talking about? Can I do that tomorrow? Because my brain will get so... I actually have a whiteboard over here that I could do that on. Let's do that tomorrow. I'll sit down tonight and I'll draw that with all the criminal charges so that, you know, we know what's what. I don't want to mess up, because if I mess up, oh no, the world will come after me. Seen the picture of Johnny on Facebook an hour ago. What is it? Bama, she did get some, but one day at a time. You better be invested. Did I say white boy? What did I say? I don't know what I said. Yeah, charges can be brought against Grayson for a lot of things. People's lives could be in danger because of her. Yeah. Oh, whiteboard. You know what's funny is when I talk into my phone and like I'm doing talk to text or whatever, anybody I text knows this. My phone can't understand half of what I'm saying. Whiteboard. 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 Do you want better than that? What is this? What is this? It's oil. It's oil. We have these conversations in our house all the time. Pixa Shelly. I have Pixa Shelly, yes. She's beautiful. There's some on my page. If you go look at some of those videos, I did post. Wait. These 2 weeks. And it said, Johnny, it's nothing to who? Forensic Investigators Queen, yes. Yes, Shelly Wolf. She's going to hate them both. I'm telling you right now, I can tell by the way that she looks at that woman. And that's not, listen, it absolutely infuriates Patience when anybody mentions that she's not Lexi's mom. She literally will make the comment, the woman who gave birth to her is, I'm her mom now. And if you don't believe me, again, I can send you those pictures because it's in comments that she puts on people's pages. Let me go on and tell you. I hope you aren't talking about me. Are you talking about me saying that? Let me go on and tell you. Maybe I do that. Shelly will always be her mom. Absolutely. Yeah, and I will post and post and post. And I look through her comments all the time looking for ones to wake people up when I can. I know. Caitlin, in time. They're working on it. Shannon, so Matt said that he spoke with MJ this morning and he's back with his mom. Well, here's the thing. So somebody said, yeah, you can't erase our mom. Somebody said using the word deceased is a better word. Yeah. How do you hate somebody? Like, you're raising this child and her mother has passed. Where's the empathy for that child? Like, that child grew in her belly, but she wants to just erase her completely. Yeah, I know. Me too. I know. And that's the thing. Honestly, as far as MJ and Serenity go, I can't say this for sure. I can't. But other than her dad, which is major and that's enough. Well, her dad and, never mind. Her dad, Scott Lombardi, every man she has dated has been someone who liked, y'all know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean? Y'all know about Scott Lombardi, don't you? And y'all know what he done to her niece in her care. She wants her out of spite. Yeah, I think they're back with her. She needs a break. She just had a long break, like a 10-day break. And what happened to supposedly, this was supposed to be a 30-day thing. Do y'all remember when this first happened, they said this was a 30-day deal. She wouldn't have the kids back. And I will tell you this right now. Is that the Sarah Truitt that I know? Sarah Truitt, are you from Ames? Or are you just a whole other one? Anyways, she does have money. Damn it, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. That's what happens. Ick. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. How did this... Which one?
Just when I can get this pizza.
Never build a foundation on... No, absolutely not. My heart breaks for that baby. Just the way she looks at her. Yeah, I was saying 30 days. That's what Matt told us. That's what Matt told everybody, 30 days.
Give me a spatula.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Can you do this one?
Yeah, I just need to get that.
Sarah Truitt, there's actually a girl with your name in a town over from me that I know fairly well. I can't tell by your profile picture. So I was just wondering if you were the same Sarah Truitt that I know from Ames, Iowa. But I think that you have long hair, maybe. So maybe not. Maybe not. Can she withhold the kids? I think she can. I think she can. You know why? Because I don't think he'll fight it. Should she? No. Could she get away with it? I think so. Okay. It's just a blanket statement. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I know. I've heard that about Johnny's dad. Y'all ought to see these kids. Look. He don't want in my live. Look. Oh, shit. Hold on. That's how bad he did. That's my son. He's 24. Patsy, Kathleen, there's your brother. Come get him. That's how bad he did not want to be in this live. She does not. Shelly's mom, her name is, no, I did not. Anyway, Shelly's mom does not, Cindy does not have a GoFundMe, but you want my haircut? No. Let me show you something. So let's not get too off topic, but I have the worst, look at this, and my hair will not grow past this. Like that's the length that it will grow and then start breaking. And I have for years wore my hair like this, but my kids tell me that's what millennials do. So then this is how we try to be cool now, y'all. We part it down the middle, and then we just do this, and then we look bald because that's what we got to be cool now.
Can you give me my plate? The big one.
Which one?
My plate.
Anyways, thank you guys, though. Don't listen to those kids. Oh, you don't like my hair? Should I do it the other way? These glasses are from Zeelool, Zeelool, and I've been trying to get them to sponsor me because I have so many pair of their glasses. I was gonna go grab some more, but I don't want to leave y'all. But I've got like 6 pair. I know, me too. I followed her from when they lived in the old trailer. Probably when she was married to Matt still, now that I know what I know. I tried to get Betty to talk to me a little bit this evening. I think Betty, with all due respect, and I understand, I think she's exhausted from this. I may be absolutely speaking out of my neck, but I would be. And she just was kind of tired tonight. So, yeah, I don't know. So when you guys are taught, it was only for Lex. It was only for Lex. I know she is. I hate that. I think it is true, Coco. I do. Unfortunately. Yeah, y'all, we talk about Mackenzie. Y'all want to talk about Mackenzie and all the things that happened to that poor girl? And do y'all know, if you go back and watch the video of Patience giving Mackenzie some kind of little SUV, and she was so proud and she's talking whatever. Do you know she didn't do that? That whole video is a lie. Do you know that? She didn't give Mackenzie a vehicle. She didn't buy Mackenzie a vehicle. Everything is just... So the only reason I think that the kids actually are with P is because Matt said they are. If it wasn't for Matt saying that, I would think, no freaking way. No freaking way. But Matt said they are. Yeah, she didn't buy her that car. She just said she did to make herself, so that when you go read those posts and they talk about how sweet and precious and kind and, how much she does for everybody, but she's not, though. People are saying that, and it's feeding her ego, but she's not doing shit. She's not doing anything for Mackenzie. She put Mackenzie in a compromised position time after time after time with Scott Lombardi and then with Patience's dad. And so this is why when people come back and they, want to give Patience grace and faith, well, before it was these 3 kids, it was Mackenzie, and she let Mackenzie down time and time and time again to her own boyfriends, to Patience's boyfriends. She essentially traded Mackenzie for rent. I mean, I have so much Yeah. What did he post on Facebook? I don't know if Lexi was at their wedding. I don't know. Didn't they just get married on their front porch, though? Somebody did. Yeah, she said over and... Oh, like I got it. I got it right there, fella. Look, that's my whiteboard right there. My white boy. It's my whiteboard. Anyways, I'll get it cleaned off tonight. It's where I write all my bills so I won't forget because, you know, that's how we do things. That is my homework for tonight. Yeah, so they were saying that this was a 30-day deal, but there was somebody in here associated or knew DCFS, how they go, and they said that 30 days is a blanket statement, so it could go either way. Whiteboard will be the new flashcards. I got flashcards too. Listen, I got a daughter in college. Flashcards are a thing. Johnny don't care about those kids. Johnny don't give a cheese about those kids. I think he loves her. I think he loves her, and I think he just does whatever she wants. I mean, if you're that cashing $15,000 checks once a month, which ain't much, really. Does anybody else remember when she lived in the old trailer? There was this whole big thing that she made this video crying because this new trailer company wanted her to be the spokesperson, and they were getting this awesome opportunity to move out of this little bitty trailer and go live in this much nicer trailer that they are in now, given to her to be a spokesperson. Do y'all remember that? No, I think he loves her very much. Okay, so y'all remember that. Another lie. That's another lie. They financed that for $250,000. So she made this whole video like walking through, picking out things. Do y'all remember that? All fake. They financed that thing. Oh, I didn't know she changed the story. I just know what I seen. They didn't give it to her. They didn't give it to her. She financed that. $250,000. Hold on. There is a local girl that unalived her parents. Is it crossing boundaries if I go to 2 hearings? No, I don't think so. Not if you go to them. The thing that I had an issue with Dumpling, or whatever the hell her name is now, is recording from a distance. So here's the thing. She claims, she's on here claiming that she speaks to Cindy all the time, right? And that Cindy has issues with me. That's what Dumpling is saying. If that's the case, why didn't she go up to Cindy yesterday and ask her how she was? Ask her how she can support her during this time. It was a really hard time for Cindy. She didn't. She recorded her from 50 feet away and talked about it online. So if her and Cindy were really like that, why didn't she go talk to her? Why didn't she ask how she can be here for her? She didn't. She didn't. But I would go. Yeah, I would go to hearings. I think there's a way to do it. I think there's definitely a respectful way to do it. I need to do a story time in 2 parts. Girl, you tell me about story times. I don't think Cindy can get custody yet. I think there are a chain of events that legally have to happen, and I think maybe the wheels are in motion. Good things are happening. Good things are not guardianship, unfortunately, but good things are happening. I do know that. She had to get a restraining order, yeah, and sent numerous, because she kept going to Aubrey's grave. Where's Heather? Let's bring Heather in this live. Somebody tag her and see if she'll come in here and go in the box. Clout chaser, raisin, whatever. She comes up with a new name every couple of weeks because she does something so horrendous that she has to disassociate herself with her own name. Good as a win, yep. It's just not normal, huh? Aubrey Wyatt, the little girl, if you look her up, there's a whole thing on her. Look her up. It's Aubreyigh Wyatt. Her mama is Heather Wyatt, and they have a pretty big platform on this app. She's not all there. Who knows the story about her kids? Somebody else told me about that. I know nothing of the gravesite issue. Okay, Keila, Keila. So she did not believe, she felt like Heather was responsible for Aubrey leaving this earth. She blamed the mother, okay? And then she bullied and harassed the mother. And then she started going, this dumpling girl was going to the cemetery that is blocked off specific for family. And the mom kept saying, please stop going to my daughter's gravesite. This is for my family to go. Like, this is a sacred place for my family. My daughter is gone. And Dumpling was like, well, sorry, it's public property. And so the family ended up putting cameras up. Well, then Dumpling comes back on that, and she's like, does everybody that comes to visit that cemetery know that you put cameras up? That's a violation of their rights. This woman lost her daughter, and we're going to talk to her like this? We're going to ask her anything? No, ma'am. If that woman speaks, you just say yes, ma'am, and you carry on, even if you don't agree with it. It's crazy, that whole story. Y'all look that up. With that Dumpling girl, I think she went by something else then. I'm telling you, she disassociates herself with her name because she knows she gets herself in hot water. Yeah, it's bad. Y'all go, I don't know how to say this. Let me see if I can write this. Hold on. Because I don't want to get in trouble. Hold on. Hold on. I'm coming back. Oh, hey, here we go. Can I write something and show y'all and not get in any trouble? My lips are so dry, y'all. I don't know if I should do this. I have played with this idea. My marker's dry, y'all. Harrasment. I might have spelled that wrong. It looks so different. Because they're lies, and again, I can prove. Don't scratch me, you little shit turd. Y'all see that? Because there's like 4 or 5 videos there, and I don't understand. And then she comes on here and she's like, well, she's saying that I was asking her questions. I literally wasn't, and I can prove that. Like, I have all of the... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh. Hold on, guys. That was weird. Anyways, I think I asked her what charges Scott Lombardi had in Florida, because he had just got out of jail in Florida, which she lied about, because I talked to Scott's sister. I talk to Scott's sister all the time, who wanted charges to be pressed on Scott when all of this happened, and Patience wouldn't do it. Scott's own family. Anyways, that's what I asked her. And then she's talking really negative about Lex's family. So I want... Scott Lombardi is the man who assaulted Mackenzie over and over and over. Okay, back up. So Patience got custody of Mackenzie when Mackenzie was 4. At the time, she lived with and was in a relationship with a man named Scott Lombardi. That man repeatedly, over and over and over, would do things to Mackenzie that maybe he should just do with his wife or girlfriend. And Mackenzie would tell Patience, hey, this is happening. Mackenzie told other adults, and Patience would not do anything about this. Even Scott's family tried taking this to law enforcement, and because it fell on deaf ears with Patience as a responsible adult, they wouldn't do anything. And she was not the only child who he did those horrendous things to. By no means. Patience has let a lot go. I mean, a lot of adults have. It's I don't know that it can be just on her anymore. Y'all didn't know about Scott Lombardi? Listen, if you follow this woman and you think that this all comes down to her dad, we can take this back way further. What, Mackenzie's like 19. So we're talking about 10 or 11 years ago when this first started happening, because Mackenzie was also in Patience's care when Grandpa started doing those things to her, but he used the excuses. He was old, and he would use the excuse that he thought it was his wife in bed with him. I'm sorry, I thought it was my wife. So he got away with that too. So poor Mackenzie was just, by every person that walked in Mackenzie's or Patience's door, everybody. I don't have excuses. Yeah, I don't have excuses. Protect the freaking kids. You're responsible for this girl. Take care of her. And if she can't take care of her, how's she taking care of anybody else's? I know she ain't taking care of them. I said I think they're together. Yeah, she is a Ghislaine Maxwell. Hopefully they don't get me in trouble. Mackenzie's mom, I don't know who she is. Mackenzie's dad is Patience's brother. And he's in another universe, essentially. You know? Was it Johnny? It was his cousin. Yeah, it was his cousin. I said that wrong. I don't know. That's why when everybody's like, the courts must have decided something. I don't know how. I don't know how there's been so much abuse in these kids' lives that they've witnessed, that they've nobody's going to protect these kids. Nobody's going to protect them. It's like you just got to, at some point, back away from it because it keeps me awake at night, and it shouldn't. It's becoming normalized. You see that video where she's handing Lexi that, like, all the other kids, and she just she mean mugs her. It makes me want to come through that. Ooh. Y'all know she ain't got no friends. She ain't got any friends down there. From people that live in that area, nobody has anything to do with her because they said she plays like a really weird character, but like they see her in town, like they know Patience, they know her, but like that's not Patience. Like she's in character, and somebody else made the comment that they think that she's tricked herself into thinking this is actually who she is, but like everybody knows she's not this. I think she is scared of her. If you knew some of the things I've been told by people there, she is scared of her. I hope it does slow down. I hope it comes to a stop. Johnny does have a good job, though. So it's not like Patience is the only one making money. Johnny does have a really good job. The kids are definitely being kept quiet. Definitely. You know what? Mama A, I hope so. Thank you. Wish a bish would. Did you see the video I posted the other day where Patience is actually talking about the Gabriel Fernandez case? Ironic, isn't it? Go back and watch that video where she's talking about how much this stepmom hated her kid. Yeah, kids... Just because a judge gives them back doesn't mean diddly squat. It doesn't mean anything. This happens all the time in our system. Do y'all know what I heard? I don't know if this is true or not, but somebody that I do trust because they told me a lot of things that were valid. Do y'all remember on Lexi's birthday where she straightened her hair because that's all she asked for, but yet the other one got to go get her nails done and 8 hours of Girls' Day? Y'all remember that? Sandy, I can agree with you on that. But do y'all remember that? Okay. Somebody who knows these people told me that Lexi hates her hair straightened and that she loves her curls and that she really likes it when they like enhance her curls. They put like this cream on it. That's what she really loves. And that she does not like her hair straightened. So when she came on here and made that video, all Lexi really wants is her hair straightened for her birthday. this person who's in their life said, absolutely not. And that devastated Lexi. She did not want her hair, but she had to fake, she had to act like she was happy. And she loves her girls. That baby loves her curls. And she did not want her hair straightened, but she had to like go along. She never looks happy. It breaks my heart. Kids are not content. No, they're not. Hell, my 24-year-old just hid underneath the cabinet so that he could get a spatula because he did not want in this live. Yeah, kids are not content. But they are to them. They absolutely are to them. There's so much money to be made. Unfortunately. I don't get it. And that's the thing is us ladies will never get it. Because we're not like them. She is sick. Yeah. Yeah. That's just like on Lexi's birthday. Who got to wear a crown? Who got to wear a crown? So, what's her name? Her daughter. Oh, I know it starts with an M. Anyways, her daughter, MJ, and how am I forgetting this? Anyways, yes. Lexi and her daughter are the exact Serenity. Yes. Serenity and Lexi are like 2 or 3 months apart. They're the same age. So if you go, thank you guys. So if you go back and you watch the video of Serenity's birthday, that is a girl's dream. That's what every little girl's birthday with her mama should be. I'm not taking that away from her. Like, kudos, you did that great. That is great. But in comparison to what she done for Lexi's birthday, she could have just spit on her. It was the same thing. I hate it when good things happen to bad people too. It happens all the time. And Johnny just sits back and allows it. So he's really at fault. Yeah, the pool video. So here's another thing. Yeah, y'all, she took Lexi's room away and gave it to somebody else because she said Lexi didn't need the room. Lexi didn't sleep in the room. But she didn't take Serenity's room. She didn't take MJ's room. No, she took Lexi's room away from her and gave it to her family member. And then, like I said, she didn't get, the VR headset. But the other 2 kids got the... Why is it Serenity got it when she could have said, no, MJ got it. You girls can share with him. But no, MJ got it. Serenity got it. Lexi's the only one who didn't get it. And it's not about the headset. It's about treating them differently. Yep. Yeah, she stands out so bad. Like, you can just tell, like, when you look at those pictures. Did you see the things? I actually haven't talked to Matt a whole lot today. I did talk to him a little bit, but, yeah, I haven't really talked to him today, unfortunately. I don't know how she has him back. Me too. And listen, this is what I will say. A lot has happened in the last, 10, 15 days. So a judge has to look at a lot of things, like we want her back with Lexi back with her grandma, but the judge has to look at all of that, right? Because by all rights, Patience and Johnny are her parents. They are legally her parents. So to put them back with grandma, they have to prove that there's some kind of catastrophic life event. Now that event's there. That just has to be proven. So like I say, one day at a time, good things are coming. Hold on. She is a lot smaller than the other girl. If Matt is in his kids' lives, why wasn't he at the court to have a say? There's not been court, honey. There's not been court at all about those 2 kids. They were removed from the home and put with Johnny's dad. And if you want to know my opinion, nobody was at that trailer house the entire time those kids were with Johnny's dad. You will not convince me that Patience and Johnny did not go with the kids. She wasn't away from her kids all this time. You couldn't tell me she was. I think, you want to know the truth? I think that she's been told she can't say anything about this on Facebook. I mean, on social media, because listen, Lexi's grandma has been told she cannot say anything about this. She cannot. And so why would Patience be able to? I mean, I think that's it. I think Patience just can't say anything about it until this is, I don't think the DHS case is closed yet. I think it's still pending. I think they're still investigating it. I really, truly do. But I think that she's not prohibited to speak about it yet. Or maybe her attorney said, zip your mouth, because everything being said about her is true. So what is she going to do? Get on here and say, I didn't do that. Yeah, you did. And we have videos to prove it, So either her attorneys told her to shut up, or the judge has just told her she can't speak about it. Yeah, I don't think she's smart enough to have a job. I don't know that she's ever worked. I mean, if I mopped all day long and made $15,000 a month, by God, that's what I would do too. I am a housewife by nature, darn it, and I cannot find a man that appreciates that. But I would cook and clean all day long and make $15,000. Yes, ma'am. I got a Swiffer in my closet, and I'll iron your clothes. Yeah, I think they probably are going to have to take some parenting classes, because from what I understand, the $15K that I'm talking about was from a Swiffer commercial, like a 40-second Swiffer commercial. But I think it was for like a month. But she was obligated, I think, to post like 40 seconds every couple of... I don't know all the rules about it, but... Well, it's not the devil attacking her. It's her daddy and her. Oh, the CPS case is closed. Okay, I can respect that. How do you know that, though, if that's... I'm not questioning you, but I'm saying, isn't that because it's minors? Isn't that like not open to the public? Yeah, she was a cheater, too. I do know. She was a cheater. But Johnny's a cheater, too. I mean, birds of a feather, those two. They were both like... Or her max out. Hold on. Has anybody seen them? Just the pictures are posted online that people say are old recycled pictures. And they could be rage baiting. We won't know. And I think that maybe Matt's been told to keep quiet too, because nobody's really talked to Matt. Matt's not. And none of this mattered. Like, when I say that, what I mean is Matt didn't care to tell his side of the story. He never cared. We were like trying to pull that out of him. Like, listen, you need to stand up for your kids. But, he just thinks differently than we do. And this is his path. And it just has to be whatever he chooses to do. You don't think they are? Man, I hope not. But somebody said the case is closed. DHS case is closed. So they might actually be with her. That was just for Lexi. Yeah, the court hearing yesterday was only for Lexi. Did you see them eating out, Sherry? Or is this just an image? And I'm asking that seriously. Nobody went to Lexi's birthday party. Not one person showed up for Lexi's birthday party. There's that. But she's fixing to have a really big new birthday party. She's going to have a really awesome birthday party. Right. I mean, that's possible. I don't think that I said this earlier. I think that the whole time these kids were separated away, living with or staying with Johnny's dad and stepmom, that trailer house was empty. I know that because Matt even said he watched it looking for his kids for hours. The trailer house was empty for 8 or 9 days. Patience and Johnny were with his dad. I promise you that. And then she wasn't allowing Matt to speak to the kids at all during that time. At all. But I guarantee you she was over there with her kids. Okay, hold on. Let's see. They were all with his parents. All 3 kids. Yeah, no adults wanted to separate. I can't really say that, actually. I was going to say nobody really wanted the kids separated, but that's not true. That's just not true. I shouldn't have said that. They were all with Johnny's parents, yeah. Which video is an old video? Wait, if she wasn't with them, how could she be because Matt did call Johnny's dad one night. I don't know if I understand your question, but Matt called Johnny's dad one night when he found out from the sheriff's department where the kids were at, and that was with Johnny's dad. So he called asking if he could speak to his kids, and Johnny's dad said no, and basically called him everything but his name, and Matt, I think, felt threatened, and so that was that. That was that. But this morning, Matt spoke to MJ before school, and he was with patients. CPS has to talk to the victims only. Yeah, I would hope so, man. You're saying a lot, but somebody is so wrong. So maybe... What do you mean? Are you talking to me? Oh, no. I'm sorry. I see you tagged somebody else. I'm pretty sure we can all assume and think we have opinions. Okay, do I need to find Sarah Bear? Hold on a minute. Y'all keep talking, but I need to find this Sarah Bear because it seems like there's some beef in the comments, and I'm pretty sure her kids are all at home with her. Oh, okay. It's could be either or, I think. So Lexi is not Johnny's. Lexi is Johnny's. Lexi's parents are Johnny and Shelly. The other two kids are Serenity and MJ, and their dad is Matt. And you know what? We got the whiteboard. We got the whiteboard. Let's do that. Oh man, I got to wipe. Let me do something real quick. I'm not breaking down the family tree tonight, but I will break down the kids. Hold on. Okay, let me delete my bills off the whiteboard because I don't want y'all to see how expensive my life is. Okay, so I'm going to flip this camera. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this. All right. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Okay, so you've got P and Matt. Serenity and MJ. Then you've got Johnny and Shelly, who had Lexi. They have no children together. No, Lexi is not Patience at all. Even if she adopted her, she is not hers. So Patience and Matt were married, and they had Serenity and MJ. And at the same time, Johnny and Shelly were married, and they had Lexi. And then these two girls, Serenity and Lexi, are about the same age. They're a couple of months apart. So did that make sense to everybody? I know my whiteboard skills are lacking. Why would Johnny not make sure Lexi is taken care of and treated the same? Because he doesn't care. He cares about Patience. And he cares about Patience's kids. Because that makes Patience happy. Yeah, Lexi's not her child. No, Lexi is Shelly. Shelly passed away 3 years ago, and ever since then, they've done everything before then. Before Shelly even died, they did everything they could to erase Shelly from Lexi's life. He cares about Johnny. I think yeah, you may be right on that. But if she thinks for 1 second, like, if something happens between Shelly and Johnny, if Shelly really thinks that, like, he's going to stand up and be some upstanding father to her kids, like, oh, you played a part in their life for so long. No, he laid down and made Lexi, and he ain't doing nothing for her. He has 2 sons. Like, bro, what about your sons? Why are you not taking care of your sons? Johnny has 3 kids. Y'all only know about the one. And the only reason y'all know about the one is because that mom passed away. The other moms, they are not giving up their kids. They have a choice, you know. They're alive and well. Shelly didn't get that option. So, his other 2 sons are, so, the oldest one, him and his girlfriend got pregnant in high school. And he's never had a relationship with that one, I don't believe. And if it was minor. Because he's been in and out of prison his whole dang adult life. He's never had a relationship with none of his kids. And then when he was married to Shelly, he went to jail again. He was in and out of jail. And during that time, he was married to Shelly. I can't look at that right now. Hold on, honey. During that time, he was married to Shelly. He got another girl pregnant. So he was in jail, and they went to a treatment program. Him and this girl went to a treatment program. They busted out, went on the run for like 6 weeks. And during that 6 weeks, he got her pregnant while he was married to Shelly. She just casually waiting at home, waiting on him to bond out and come home to her and their daughter that he didn't know. But no, he's busting out of jail on the run. That's what Patience ended up with, by the way. So his other 2 sons are like, I don't know. So it would have been when Johnny was in high school. I don't even know how old he is. So maybe when he was 17, something like that. And then his other son is about a year younger than Lexi. Maybe 2 years younger than Lexi. So the family's way too blended. There's a lot happening. Yes, they did. Yep. As a matter of fact, Matt talked about that last night. That in the video of her in front of the swimming pool when she's doing that like dance she's doing. And I thought she's pregnant in that video, by the way. Anyways, Matt was talking about that. Woo! Lord! That's what we needed. So that's why she needed new teeth. I'm going to be real damn honest with you. Her teeth looked 100% better then than they do now. I can't even well, first of all, I don't like her. Lord, I'm sorry. I don't like her. But even if I did like her, the whistle when she talks now would drive me insane. I can't do it. And I'm not trying to make fun of her for that. I just don't like her, Lord. I don't like her. I know too much about her. So all these other things bother me about her. I missed that live. Are you saying Matt said she was? She was. Yeah, he said she was. He said she was. He said that's the reason why she was like not paying attention to Serenity in the back, completely unclothed. But it's irrelevant because here's the thing is my kids grew up in the country too, and they ran and played and did everything of appropriate age without clothes on. Like that's kids that grow up in the country. That's just the way it is. But never in a million years would I have watched a video of my daughter bare skin and then watched it back and be like, look at me doing this dance. Look at me. Oh, my daughter. Look at her. You can see everything, but look at me doing this dance. I think I'm going to post it. That's her being selfish because she's looking at what she wants, what looks good. She thinks, I guess she thought she looked good in that video, and so she was going to post it. But I know for a fact she's seen that baby in the background. And if she didn't, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. And even if I did record them, I wouldn't post it. You know what I mean? My kids are grown now, so I know I have pictures of them like in the tub or whatever, innocent and stuff. But never would I have put that online. Never. She was on something. That's what I heard. That's what Matt said. That's what Matt said. I know. I got good pictures of Lexi smiling. And I'm hoping that in the next couple of weeks I'll get some more pictures. I will ask for permission to, maybe make an update. But Stacy, are you asking me? No, why are you nosy? Not you, my cat. Yeah, I know. Yes, I love my cat. This little girl, y'all, I don't even know if I can say her name on live. Finny. I'll call her Finny. Listen. Hold on, guys. I know what she's fixing to do. Get it out of my face. Get over there and eat. Get over there and eat. Cracker Jack. They pay them a lot of money. Y'all, if you look at that, I'm going to take this outside because I've got to real quick. Anyways, if you, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyways, if you, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all bear with me. I'm plugging up outside. Hold on. I don't know what that said. Oh, pickle brains. Y'all saw nothing. Okay, hold on. Yep. Y'all, she ain't worth no $1.4 million. She is not. She's not. As a matter of fact, I can tell you this. Everything they own is financed and their credit is completely maxed out. I know that they tried to get a boat a couple of months ago and they were declined because they have absolutely no free money at all. Everything that they have is is financed at the maximum capacity. Yeah, they thought they were going to get a boat and they were like, no, like where? How are you going to get, like, you have no money. You have absolutely no money. Everything's financed to the max. Yeah, they're broke. They're broke. Other than Johnny's money, Johnny makes good money. Y'all see how my blood pressure gets up when I talk about this mess? Like, my blood pressure is so high. Look like rubbish, y'all. I look like rubbish. Yeah, and you know, I don't know. Take a Dave Ramsey's class. Like, I don't even like Dave Ramsey. But I'm telling you right now, if somebody handed me that much money, you would never get me to finance another day. I would experience such financial freedom. And I'm not in debt now. I'm too poor to be in debt. I couldn't finance anything if I wanted to. I could not. I wish I could. But I don't know that I would ever finance again, having been where I'm at in my life. Like, I'm doing much better than I have been. But because I know that how bad it can get, I will never, ever risk another payment. I don't know. Here's the thing about poor people, though. Listen, this is what I always say. So if somebody gave me $5,000, let's say $10,000, I would probably blow through that really fast. Why? Maybe I have hospital bills. I need to stock my pantry full of food. I need to change the oil on both my cars. Maybe one of them needs tires. One of them needs brakes. Like, you start catching up, like all this stuff you finally can do. You can finally do this stuff. But if my neighbor who has $100,000 in the bank account gets handed $10,000, they can save that. Why? Because they make enough money that as these things come up, or they have enough money put away that as these things come up, they can handle it instead of it all hitting them at one time. Like me, man, I could go on and on and on. My car right now, I love my car and I work on it as much as I can, but like bam, bam, bam. I just started a new job, making the most money I've ever made in my life. And I finally felt like I was going to be able to take a breather. God said, no ma'am, no ma'am. My steering column's going out, which is going to be a couple $100. I can't do that by myself. I don't trust it. My control arms are going out, which I bought those, but it's going to cost $250 to have my mechanic do it. And then now there's a squeak. I'm hearing a squeak, but it's like my brakes, but it's not my brakes because I just replaced my brakes maybe 3 months ago, but it sounds like a brake, but it's not. So I'm just going to drop it off next Friday with my mechanic and be like, I don't know, fix it. I'll kiss you on the cheek for payment. I don't know. I get no breaks, man. Life is hard. But I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I mean, I got a new car and it was dumb. You know what I did? You want to talk about dumb? A couple of years ago, I quit my job. I was going through a divorce. I was divorcing a psychopath, y'all. And I loved him so much. I'm writing a book about it. I'm going to need beta readers when I'm done. But I loved him so much. And we worked at the same place. We had always worked at the same place. We were together 24/7. 24/7. And I walked away from this job because I couldn't handle it anymore. I made the most money out of me and him. I made the most money there, and my career was much more developed than his at this place. So I walked away from this job, and I went like 4 months without a job. And I'm like the real adult in my house. Me and him were separated. He didn't live here. So I'm like, how am I? So I drew up my 401k, and you know what I did? Did I catch up on my rent? No. I went and bought a sports car. I still got it. I ain't got no damn payment on it, though. I ain't got no damn payment. Try to tell me I got to have full coverage insurance. I know I don't. I ain't even got to have insurance if they don't catch me. I blew it. I actually paid some of my rent. But I did buy a car. I paid cash for it. I don't have a payment. I get it as a prize. That's my whole 401k. That's where I'm going to live in 40 years when, you know, I'm able to finally quit working every day. Y'all, I hate my job. Did y'all see that video? When's that book coming out? I'm on chapter 10. I think I have like 4 more major life events that have to be put into it. I've kind of lost my desire to even want to write about it. I'm going to finish this book. But what happened was, this guy did so much stuff to me. He played the worst mind games I've ever been through in my life. And in the end, even, I was like crying, don't leave me. Why are you leaving me? I don't know if I was trauma bonded to him or what. Dude had messed up teeth. He didn't shower all the time. He wasn't that good, you know. Like, I don't understand why we do this. But I was so in love with this dude. Like, I guess it is trauma, but I loved him so fucking much. And even to this day, he lives like 1,000 feet from me. I miss him a lot. I'm not going to get into that, but he's so close to me. It's like so weird that, oh my God, this is for a therapy session. I'm not doing that. But anyways, I'm on chapter 10. The book will come out and it will rock y'all. Trauma bonds are, I never even knew about this. I never even knew this was a thing. It destroyed my perception of the world. It really, truly did. I guess I need to study some about trauma bonds. I didn't know. I don't know anything about them. I've been through some horrendous situations, obviously. I think all of us have. I hate that for us. Like, I just wish normal relationships still happen. I'm sorry. Listen, I don't want to call you wish-a-bish would, not when we're having a moment. Like, I'm sorry you're going through something hard. Christine, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am sober. But sober girl, that's another story too. Because that's how we met. That's how we met. And he didn't want to stay sober. And I fought like hell to get that way. And he lied and said he was. And I think he was for a while, but then he wasn't. And he started bringing it around me, after we separated, trying to influence me. That's me, you know. And so he tried really hard to bring me back down. I'm telling you, it was the worst. He wanted somebody to use with. You know, he didn't want to use by himself. So, I don't know. Everybody told me, though, when we got together, oh, yeah, as soon as you get sober, he'll leave you. And I was like, no, he won't. Because I was a plug. I was a plug, you know. So everybody told me, yeah, when you get sober, he'll leave you. And I argued that. We were together for 5 years after we got sober. But I didn't know this. But he continued to use here and there. So, we love her name. There is more to me than running my mouth about people, you know. There's a lot. I think a lot of us women, you know, can relate. Also, something else, back to patience. With patience, it's so weird because Like, I watch her with MJ and Serenity. And if you take out those kids being exposed to the men, not just the one, the men they've been exposed to and potentially have been in danger, if you just seen her based on her actions with those two kids, she looks like a perfect mom. She looks like a perfect mom. She really does. But when you put your kids in those positions and you're supposed to protect them and you're not protecting them from the worst people in the world, you lose that. You completely lose that. Because who else is going to protect your kids? That's your job. Good job, Tracy. Good. I'm glad. It's a hard road. It is a hard road. What happens when y'all click hearts? What does that do? I know nothing of it. I know I was joking the other night and I tried tapping the screen because somebody said tap the screen and I was the host. I started tapping the screen and it like pulled some weird stuff up. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. It likes the video. It pushes your live out. Drives it. Oh, okay. You guys are the best group. Who was raising dumplings? I already spoke my piece about her and the Lord already forgived me for it. Tracy, I think that works for some people. I do. I take kratom, and that's essentially MAT. It's not medical, but it kept me from thinking I was gonna, when I first decided I was gonna do this. It bothers me. I know. He don't care. He's another one that needs, you know, y'all are lucky I live where I live because I ain't fear to nobody. Okay, where is everybody from? I'll go first. I was born in the same hospital John F. Kennedy was pronounced at. And in 2015, I moved my whole family to Iowa, like on a whim. But I'm moving to Texas, going back home next year. Where's everybody else at? Okay. South Dakota, not too far. Arkansas, I love Arkansas, Texas. I've always wanted to go to Maine, not too far. Arkansas, I love Arkansas, Texas. I've always wanted to go to Maine, North Carolina, Southwest Florida. Oh, was that hard for you to get sober being there? I mean it. I mean it. Love you, mean it. Georgia, I love Georgia. New Hampton, interesting. She does have her kids. Tennessee. DFW, that's where I'm moving next year. That's where I'm moving to, back to DFW. Here's the thing about Florida. We had the option to move here or Florida, and my husband at the time chose Iowa. I wanted Florida. We will hang out. New Orleans, I got family from New Orleans. Alabama, I love Alabama. My sister stayed there for a while. I may know him. I went to high school at Mesquite High School. So, country. So, I bounced back and forth as a young child. I bounced back and forth from Dallas, Texas to McCurtain County or Idabel, Broken Bow, Oklahoma. Do you know where that's at? Southeast corner of Oklahoma, right before you go into Texas. Y'all, I heard DFW is not affordable. Like, I'm scared. I'm moving there next year with my family, and I'm told it's not affordable. I know Raisin Dumplings is on one. I blocked her on everything, and if she just, I'll notify the police. I mean, I'm not going to play this back and forth online with her, and I've already spoke to Lexi's grandma. I've talked to Matt, and that's all I can do is say, y'all, she's local to you. She is showing up where y'all are at. She's recording you from a distance, and she is not level-headed. She's not mentally well, and that's scary. And her saying, I was messaging her, asking her questions. Girl, I couldn't remember Scott Lombardi's name. That's what I asked you. That's all. And I will, anybody that wants to know, message me and say, hey, show me the messages between you and Dumpling. And I'll screen record and show you all of it because she's lying. She's a lion. I can even show you, you just have to message me because I can't say it on here. But I can show you any proof that anything she's saying I can prove wrong. That's all I can say. Yeah, she said it's her job, but nobody knew she was going to be there, and the judge was not happy about that. They've seen her video, by the way. Loco? I've never even heard of that. Yeah, I had to block her too. Thank you. Yeah, let me know. My son rents a house where at $3,000 a month. I live in a 700 square foot, 3-bedroom apartment. I sleep on the couch because other people occupy the bedrooms. And I pay $1,200 a month. My appliances are new, so I guess it's got to count for something. Ho Chi Town's expensive. Holy cannoli. Y'all, Ho Chi Town, I'm not trying to lie to you right now. There is so much. How do I say this? Are you familiar with Janet's Treasure Chest in Ho Chi Town? All those little businesses popping up. Y'all think the Masons are bad? All the businesses going in that little town is witchery. Come for your kids, boy. Wait. Hey, Johnny said on Facebook he's coming for everyone. Come for your kids, boy. Yeah, come for your kids. I love that. Don't you know they have burner accounts and they're watching us all run our mouth? What's 3,100? Oh, rent. Yeah. Maybe I got it good here. Johnny, come to South Dakota and see how it works out. Johnny, go focus on getting your face tattoos removed like your wife told you had to. By the way, Johnny, you look fine with them tattoos on your face. I would keep them. And you're a welder. Come over here and let me cook dinner for you. I'm kidding, y'all. I'm kidding. I don't want no man. Be a good boy, you little... Let me make you a home-cooked meal. I won't order you pizza every night. And I'll do more than just mop your kitchen floor. I'll dry it after I mop it because I don't like footprints on my floor. Oh, he's a cheater. Oh, he's a cheater. As a matter of fact, I know that. As a matter of fact, Matt was telling this story about when he found... So Patience moved him in 2 weeks after they met. He had just got out of jail and he was married to Shelly. She moved him right in. And Matt was not happy about that. Matt told me he chased him around a car like he was fixing it because he didn't know him. He just got out of jail and was moving in with his wife and kids. Yeah, he ran him around a car. I don't know if that's true, but that's what he said. And I kind of believe him. I know! Johnny, let me have a talk with you. Yeah, I don't know, though. He don't take care of his kid. That's a deal breaker. That's a deal breaker. We watched him in action. I guess he could just sit there and keep his mouth shut. And he's a welder. You lose him how you get him. Yes, and he's a cheat. Listen, Patience, in case you have forgotten, he was married. He was married when you moved him into your house. So, I know. Deadbeat deal breaker for sure. That's why we're all single. That's why we're single, okay? And if you're not single, let's just play along. He will do the same to her. He will do the same to her. How did they meet? How did that even happen? Because when he got out of jail, listen, y'all, when he got out of jail, he went home to Shelly and Lexi. And then 2 weeks later was with Patience because Shelly kicked him out. He went home to Shelly and Lexi at Shelly's mom's house. And she was like, I can't deal with this anymore. You got somebody else pregnant while you was in jail, man. You can't even keep it straight. You can't even hold it down when you're in the slammer. Running off and crap. Hold on. She commented, because he was in jail. Y'all know he had a Facebook when he was in jail. I think it's still up. I don't think he can get in that one anymore. Probably on the streets. I'm not a book talk girl. Man, I hear shit about this. My daughter is 18. Y'all, she is a book talk girly. I know all about it. She'll be telling me stuff sometimes and I'll say, ma'am, there are some things your mama don't need to know. Okay? Keep your mouth shut. I don't want to know about it. I think we're all book talk girlies somewhere inside. You know? I do listen. I only have one daughter. We talk about everything. She be telling me stuff sometimes, and I'm like, she was telling me earlier, when she was younger, her and her buddies. Y'all know when they get a little bit older, they start telling you things. And she's talking about some of her buddies. Yeah, we used to every weekend. And she said this one weekend, I stopped her. I said, listen, I don't need to know every dumb choice you made. Don't tell me these things, okay? I'm perfectly fine thinking you were studying those weekends at your friend's house or helping taking care of the elderly people. I don't need to know what you were doing, okay? She thinks it's funny. Like, give me a couple of more years. I don't need to know now. You're just now 18. I don't need to know everything. And then the thing is, you watch these movies or you read these books, and it really don't matter if your husband can do it anyway, because then you just want to do that, you know. And so I've been there, which is another reason. Like with my ex, I'm like, how did he even? I don't even know what the benefits were to that relationship. He looks the type, but he ain't the type. He ain't the type. Me and my daughter are very close. Me and my daughter are incredibly close. I raised all three of my kids by myself. Their dad was an abuser. I shouldn't have said that on here. I'm sorry, guys. I was 17 when I got pregnant with my oldest son, and his dad was 35. I did not understand the severity of that until I was in my 30s. So there's that. Yeah. He was 35. I was 17. We listen and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. Girl, I was... Hold on. Hold on, wait. What did I just do? I was a baby, yeah. Wait a minute. I'm going back to this. You wish it, bitch. I love it. Y'all older ladies, like when I say older, I mean I'm in my 40s, okay? I don't feel like it though. I think the devil's a lie. I was at work the other day. Y'all, please don't judge me. There's this young fella there, and he's so handsome. I do not want a relationship. I'm telling you that right now. But he's so handsome, and he's got the prettiest teeth, and I notice things like that now. And he smells really good, and he's tall, and he's an MMA fighter, and he runs 8 miles a day, so like all this stuff. Anyways, he's attractive. He's attractive. That's all. I'm not going to dinner with him. I'm not meeting his grandma. None of that. He's attractive. So we were me and some of my other coworkers were talking about something the other day, and I was like, how old is he? Yeah. 22 years old. And I said, he's younger than my son. I just kept walking. I wasn't saying a word. I filed that away. Not meeting the grandma. No. Oh my gosh, he's so young. I know it. And he don't look it though. He don't look it. He's an MMA fighter, y'all. He jogs 8 miles a day. I just know he's in shape. I just know his back is strong. Read my comment before this one. Okay, country, hold on a minute. Let me go back. Look at the picture he posted. She is hugged up to S holding him. When did he post that, country? Spit out my drink. What can you not pin? Hold on. What am I trying to pin? Hold on. Can somebody tell me what I need to pin? I think I can try to pin it. Oh my God, my legs are sore from sitting there. I haven't seen it. I don't know enough about this app to be able to like log off or not log off, but like toggle between the two. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't have any respect for him, though. I can appreciate the way the man looks. I sure can do that, and I will. I sure will. I can look at him all day long. Patience, your man is fine, but I would not tolerate him. I would not. No. Oh, I bet he would. Listen, that's the thing. Wish a bit, whatever. I am so sick of being a mom. Like, no, back that up. I shouldn't have said that, because all 3 of my adult children still live at home. We cannot afford at this moment in time, plus we're moving next year, to all live independently. There's no point in us spending $6,000 a month to all live in separate places when we can save right now for our trip. Okay? I'm not tired of being their mom. I shouldn't have said that, but I'm tired of being a grown man's mom. Like, every guy I've been married 3 times. I will not do it again. But here's the thing, is I am a mother by nature, and I am a classic wife. What I mean by that, and I know that's not for everybody, but I love to cook. I love to clean. I grew up in the South. So, like, my job, I felt like, and I loved it. It's not for everybody, but I loved being a caretaker for my husband. I did. So, I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know. Oh, I said, I will never do that again. And I told my son the other day, I said, when God drops a man in my lap and he's like, bitch, this is the one. When that does happen, it'll be a while. When it does happen, it's going to be such a weird thing, because anytime I've ever been in a relationship with a man, I was raising kids. And so along with me raising my children, I was cooking dinner. So they were eating dinner. My husbands were eating dinner. The guy was, whatever. I didn't have men around my kids, but when it got serious, and then, I'm doing a load of laundry, so throw your work clothes in. Well, the next time I'm in a relationship with a man, there ain't going to be kids running around. So you want your laundry done? You're going to do it yourself. I'm not doing it. You want to eat dinner? There's stuff in the fridge, or order takeout. I'm not going to mother another man. I don't have to. My kids are grown. I'm not mothering. I'll always be their mother, but the hard stuff is predominantly over. We're coasting right now. Thank God. That's legit how it was with my ex I just broke up with. Fine. Oh. Tell me about Johnny's voice. Tell me about Johnny's voice. I need to know. I agree. I'm incredibly into. Is it babyish? Maybe he liked being in jail. I could not, even if, because I am moving, so even if I met somebody now, it wouldn't do me any good, because I'm moving. I'm out of here. I'm bouncing out of this state. I got, less than a year left. Oh my gosh, 19. I guess that's the way it's supposed to be. My daughter is she's a senior in high school, but she's on her 2nd year of college too. She's just taking a couple of classes each year, but she wants to live on campus next year when we move to Texas. And the mommy in me is like, do you know what happens to girls on campus? That's my mind. Do you know about hazing? Do you know about what happens to girls? And I have to bury that, because I missed out on that college experience because I was a mom. I was a mom twice in a very short period of time. So I didn't get to have that living on campus. And I want her to have that, but it absolutely terrifies me. It absolutely terrifies me. The DFW area, or Grapevine, I heard was, I want to be in the country. I don't want to be in city limits. I want to be where I miss being out in the country. I desperately miss it. I was born in Texas. I went to school. I graduated from Mesquite High School, but I toggled between Oklahoma and Texas. I'm terrified of my daughter going to college. Alabama. My kid's half sister lives in Alabama, down the road from Mama Tot. Yeah. These comments don't let us say enough. Let's talk. I know, that's scary. Oh my God, that's terrifying. The hazing is terrible. But my daughter now doesn't do a whole lot. Like she could. She has a car. She has, she's kind of she kind of just minds her business. That's weird. Oh, maybe it's not. You live near a mama type too? I'm not going to talk about the text I just got. You guys, you could ask. I'm not. That was a surprising message. I don't want kids because of how the world is. My daughter doesn't want kids. She doesn't ever want kids. I don't like her. I think she's, and gosh, I feel like I'm just always talking about somebody, but I don't like her because she's fake. She truly is fake. Confirmation message. Yep. It said she wins again. It's over, is what the message said. Yep. The message said it's over. She wins again. Yep. We all kind of expected that though, right? I know. I feel like maybe because the dad is in jail, the legal system feels like there's no threat to the kids. But the threat was removed because Miss Betty removed it, not because Patience removed it. He should have known everything from day one. Absolutely. Hold on a minute. You said who? Patience, the grandma. Who messaged me? Is that what you're asking me, honey? Yeah, humans are gross. They can be really gross. Girl, get a life trying to quit. Are you talking to me? Get a life. Quit trying to make money talking shit. Bitch, no, I can't. Get out of here. Get out of here, honey. I think she got muted. Who you talking to? Funny thing is I'm not making any money. I wish I did, or I'd get my car fixed. We doing this for the free. For the free? Look, y'all, I need to get my lashes filled. Look at that. And you know why I get my lashes done? Because at my job, I can't wear makeup at all. I work in a lab, and it's a sterile environment. So I tried to cheat the system. I got my lashes done. Now I need to get them filled. Horrendous. They said it's over. He said it's over. We care about the kids' safety. Yeah. Also, I don't give a square diddly. Don't come on here talking about privacy and stuff when these people put their entire life online. This woman literally wakes up. Hi. My neighbors are watching me. Hi. How are you? All right. Anyways, they wake up and they come out of their room and they literally set up a camera, go back to their room and come out acting like they just woke up. Like you literally woke up to set up a camera. Anyways, they put their entire life online. Everything. And then say, people have the audacity to come on here and say, mind your business. What's really funny about that is if you are on social media, you're minding somebody else's business. That's what social media is everybody minding someone else's business. Say it ain't so. Okay, I gotta go back and read these comments. I was on tangent. Let it be pretending to be Meg Ryan too. What's that mean? I feel so bad for Matt. Who said it's over? Has Matt seen the kids yet? I don't think so. Yeah, she is. Raisin Dumplings is she's misfiring. Like she's not firing on all four cylinders. If you know, you know. Y'all, anybody feel free to PM me after this live to ask questions, because I will answer questions that I can't openly answer on this live to disprove Dumpling's claims. I can do that, but I cannot do it on this live. I can do it privately. What's your favorite thing to tell people in the comments? Hold on. She posted something about you just a few minutes ago. Go report it, please. Please go report it. She has no reason to be talking about me. Like, why are you talking about me? I mean, I know I'm talking about somebody, but they done something. I didn't do nothing. Right? Right? So it's over and Patience got the kids back. Yep. You live a town over from P. Y'all want me to tell you something crazy about that Dumpling girl? They ain't firing on all 4 cylinders. That's right. She has 6-cylinder. Maybe she's running on 4. Anyways. Yeah. So, dang it, it is sad. There are things we can do, y'all. There are things we can do. We can go. Okay, thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that. I do. She did get her kids back. She did. I think she got them back last night, if you want to know the truth. Matt told me last night that the kids were back with her. I don't think the kids actually were removed from her. I think that per CPS they were. I think they went to live with Johnny's dad for a couple of days, but I think P and J were there with them the whole time. That's what I think, because nobody was in that trailer. Yeah. Is she was lying in wait to post that video with lunches and packs. You think so? Do you think so? Maybe. Lexi too. Temporarily, y'all. Temporarily. Lexi will end up y'all got to remember this case is, somebody said the case is closed, but I don't know. No, they didn't answer how we know the case is closed, because isn't it like with juveniles it's quiet? But it's really scary. Deborah, yes. Deborah, yes. I can say that. It's in her DNA, though. She's not going to do right. She wasn't taught that. She wasn't taught that. She needs a parenting class. But she has to understand, Patience has to see where she went wrong. You have to take accountability for what she did wrong instead of blaming or acting like God. How do I say this? Because I'm a Christian. I believe that there is grace for everybody. I do. But you have to, like even the Bible tells us, we have to take accountability and turn away from the actions that are disgraceful. You cannot keep living that way. And the only reason her dad is no longer around her kids is because he was removed by somebody else, not Patience. Patience has continuously put minors in her care around people who liked the minors in her care. Yeah, repent, yeah. No accountability. And it's not just those kids. There's more kids that people, her followers just don't, like, how can she control what her dad did? She can't. But she can control her actions. Yeah, somebody told me that adoption was legal. That it, made the news there locally. But, the grandma, her daughter died, passed away. There has to be some kind of rights that she should legally still have to Lexi, even morally. I don't know how anybody can say, yeah, that's what I heard too about the judge. I don't know how anybody can say the grandma shouldn't have rights. That's her daughter's child. That's all she has left in this world, breathing, of her daughter. I want y'all to go look at the photos that were posted the day after Shelly passed, though, by patients, also calculated. I agree. So somebody said that, and I can't back this up, I don't know, that Johnny's dad basically has ties. And that's how this was taken care of so quick. I don't know that. I don't want to say that's a fact because I don't know them. But don't you guys all believe or agree that if my daughter had a child and my daughter passed away tragically, yes, my daughter should know her father, absolutely, but don't take that baby away from me for good. Man, that's all I got left of my baby. Like, that's not even on a moral compass. Like, that is the moral compass. Like that, especially your daughter's kids. Like, you grew that. You know, I don't know if you guys have read that book, It Didn't Start With Me, but it talks about how, you know, like when your grandma was pregnant with your mother had the eggs of you in there. So essentially all the trauma, and like your grandma helped grow you, and it's like a generational thing. And the DNA that our daughters carry passed down from our mother, our grandmother, our great grandmother, and so forth, it's a different bond. And so I don't care if it was my son's kids, though. Like, don't take that away from me. Like, they gotta live with me full time. I would love that. But I get that's not a reality all the time. But don't take my grandbabies away. I don't even have grandbabies, but I'm just saying, ambiguous. Hey, sober girl. My book is called Sleeping with a Ghost, a story of ambiguous loss and healing. Ambiguous grief is horrendous. There's no goodbye. There's no closure. Does he have that necklace? Hey, Poo Pie. Interesting. It is the worst. There's no closure. You lose your mind. I literally tried to check myself into a mental hospital because I thought I was losing my mind. Yes. Yes. Brittany, yes. Hey. Hey. Craig. Patsy, look at your brother. That's my baby. Hey, does the dog need to go potty?
No.
Okay. My kids, I love them. Oh. Yes, she does. Mandy Jo, yes. Yes. So, yes, his name's Clayton. I call him Craig. His name's Clayton Craig, actually. We call him Clayton. Or Craig. Anyway, so how many of you guys would be on board? And I don't even know how to do this. I just know Raisin Dumpling's going to be like watching this somewhere and going to do this too. But really, it's irrelevant. So, how do we go about doing some kind of, I don't even know what to call it. So Lexi is going to at some point have another birthday party. I want to make sure that I personally and whoever else can help Cindy give her a birthday party to make up for the Christmases she's missed, the birthdays she's missed, any holiday she's missed. Like, imagine being able to help with that. How do we go about doing that? Wish, yes. Yes, I can say yes. I don't know. Who's Brainy Bish? I don't know who that is. Miss Betty. I can't speak about Miss Betty and Raisin Dumplings, but I think that may have changed today. I can't say for sure. Miss Betty, don't come for me, please. But I think that might have changed today. Melissa, yes. Yeah. So we need to, like, have Grandma... Okay, I see. That's the one thing that came out with Betty from the beginning. Please tell me what you mean. Please tell me. Amazon wish list. Does everybody on here know how to, like... But here's the problem with that. Her grandma's not going to come on here and make any kind of comment. She's not going to do anything. She's following the rules. So she's not going to get on here and do it. And I don't feel comfortable asking for her address or anything like that. And you would almost have to have that, right? So that's why I'm like, I don't know how to do this. Yeah, we can... Ask her to set up... Do you think I should ask her to do a P.O. box for Lex? I could post the link in my thing. Yeah. I don't want to collect money. I don't want to do anything like that. I think when you collect money, it becomes so political and people start questioning everything, and I just don't want to have that responsibility, but I do want to spearhead some sort of something. Okay, I'll talk to her about, it does get hairy, and I don't want to ever be the bad guy. I mean, I'm a bad guy enough. I don't like that, but it is what it is. But when it comes to money, and I would rather help set something up so that it goes directly from Amazon to Lexi and Grandma, and they deserve that and so much more. Oh my God, they do. They deserve so much. Who's live right now? Who's live? Do we think we have enough people who would contribute to GFM for Miss Cindy? Would we, like, can we do both? Can we, I mean, we're all broke, so can we collectively do a GFM and an Amazon wish list? You think we can do that? It wouldn't hurt to try, though, right? It wouldn't hurt to try. Do we want to do a GFM, or do we want to ask her if she has Cash App or Venmo or something? You know? Let's come up with something. I would do both, too. Yeah, I agree. The GFM takes a lot. Let's just have her set up a Cash App or a Venmo. Which one's best? Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Which one's best? What do you mean you want it private? Somebody said they'd want it private. Private. I don't know why I said that. They will say I'm stealing, and I don't want that. I don't want that. No. I want this to make a difference. Why do it if it's not going to make a difference, you know? That's the point. That little girl, this family deserves so much. Y'all, I'm going to tell you what. Shelly's story has kept me up at night. It has. I've lost a lot of sleep over this story with Shelly. And I don't even know her. My soul is so bothered by it. It really is. I just don't understand it. Okay, I agree with that. Yeah, I say it goes directly to Grandma. I don't want it to pass hands anywhere but to Grandma. And I want to make it very clear. Grandma's not asked me for a thing. She's got this. She's got this. She has not asked anybody for anything. She won't either. No, so Claudia, she actually... Somebody said, yes, Lexi did want a VR headset, but I can say right now as we speak, she has 2 waiting for her. You know. She has 2 waiting for her. Something up for legal fees. So let's do this. Let's set something up for legal fees, or let's leave that open-ended, because maybe they've got legal fees covered and they want to set her up something else. You know, maybe dance lessons or something. So let's leave it, you know, open-ended. But then also do an Amazon wish list specifically for Lexi. Maybe bedding, clothes, games, toys, whatever she wants for Grandma's house. You know, we can do both. Yeah, she's not asking for nothing. I'll do that. Okay, let's do that. We are a girls group. So if there's guys in here, I'm sorry. But you can't sit here. I'm kidding. Yeah, you can. Sit next to me if you look like Johnny. Kidding. Too soon. Y'all see my blood pressure. I do not have high blood pressure. But I get to talking about this. Tasha, yes. Yes. There's guys in here. What do you look like? How you doing? Mimi, yes. Mimi, yes. She's been through hell. Y'all, I look at the picture of Lexi the day after her mom passed away, and she just has this blank stare on her face. And if you want to know the truth, she's kept that stare. She's kept that stare. Okay, hold on. Mandy Joe, you asked me a question, and Mimi's asking that too. Yes. The answer is yes. BB, no. Me too. I know. Blue-eyed girl, don't you do that to me. Don't you do that to me. I'm already not sleeping over this stuff. Don't give me another story. I'm so sorry. I can't even imagine that. Like, kids like need their moms. Like, dads are so important. Like, I'm a huge advocate for dads because our kids need dads. But damn, do they need moms. You know, good moms. That's okay, Blue Eyes. Somebody just texted me. I will respond to you after I get off the live, which I have to get off in a couple of minutes. I got to get up at 3 a.m. I'm so ready for the weekend. We can talk this weekend, though, guys. Who is your cousin? Somebody said their cousin went missing. Who is that? Yes, Tasha, it was. I know that, you silly goose. I wasn't gonna say that, but I will tell you in just a minute, okay? Okay. Britty Vibes Hot Mess Mama. So what we're going to do collectively, and I can take care of that this weekend. We'll get all the details lined up. What the idea right now is that we are going to try to set up an Amazon wish list specifically for Lex. Whatever she wants or needs, or whatever you feel compelled to send her. I can get her sizes, what she likes, what she wants. And that will all go from Amazon directly to Grandma's house, okay? Another idea we have is I'm going to ask Cindy if it's okay. Well, that too. But if it's okay if we set up some kind of, or does she have Cash App, PayPal, Venmo? And then we can all, whatever we can, whatever we feel, you know, we can bless her with, send her a little extra cash to help with whatever, whether it's legal fees or whatever she has going on that she may need help with. This family's been through a lot. I got to get to bed, y'all. Sober girl, you act like you got to get up and go to work. Girl, what time you got to get up? Because I'm tired too. Ask her to put a couple gift cards on the list, please. Okay, I will do that. Kelly B? No, I don't think so. She's not been placed, unfortunately. Yeah, hopefully that's temporary though. Well, Blue-Eyed Girl, I want to tell you this. If you ever need to talk, shoot me a message, okay? Shoot me a message. I get not wanting to talk, though. I do understand that. That's heavy. Yeah, I'll post the link. I want to okay all of this, though, with Grandma before I do anything. And I will post that. And then I will also share it on a live or however I need to do that. So, Twiggy, somebody said that because patients adopted her, that did away with any chance for her getting a Social Security check. So that was my thought, too. Did she actually really adopt her? Well, somebody said, yeah, they really did adopt her. Or that P did. Yes. Keela? Yes, the answer's yes. Respect, girl. I have nothing but respect for that woman. Nothing but respect. And that's what really pissed me off about the raisin dumpling stuff is, what? You stalked her? Girl, I feel like I'm protecting my own mama with Cindy. I really do. I will protect that family. Okay, hold on. Not true. If she received it at all before the adoption, she will continue to. Does anybody know when the adoption happened? Interesting. Okay. Okay. So you can get SSI even if there is an adoption. Kim Vice, I don't know that it matters. I don't know that it matters. We were just kind of toying around with the idea of Patience and Johnny getting a Social Security check for Lex until the child was 18. She changed her name though, y'all. That's why. She changes. What she does is she makes these horrible, terrible, no good decisions. And then when people jump her case, she changes her name and she builds a new following. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. She lets chickens in her house, and I'm an animal person. But she just, as I said earlier, she is firing on 4 cylinders instead of 6. There's something terribly wrong with her. No, you can't. My daughter, hold on. Quit passing so quick. My daughter's dad passed, and when my husband adopted her, it was cut. I wonder if it's a state thing, though. I wonder if it's different for each state, Tasha. You know what I mean? Lawyer and family. And he said no, what? Tell me what, finish that sentence for me, love. Oh, it's federal. Then why do we have people saying different things? Like people who specifically had this happen, it's not a rumor. It's not an assumption. Lulu! Y'all see my blinds? I know y'all don't care. My cats did that. You can't have nothing nice around here. SSI is federal. Yeah, you know what? Ding dong. I knew that. I'm crispy. Y'all will learn I'm crispy. Fried. Do you? I live in town though. Like, I'll walk out here a little bit. I actually got really lucky. So look at that beautiful tree. It's a climbing tree. But like, I hadn't lived in an apartment in 20 something years, and I moved in here after I separated from my husband. Look at this yard. That's my yard. I mean, it's not just mine. The other kids play in it, but like, I'm the last apartment here. And then look at that. I got really lucky. I did. And I love my neighbors. I love my apartment. I got really lucky. It's peaceful. Y'all, I gotta show y'all this. You know what? I might lose you. If I lose you, I'll hop back over here. But I want to show y'all this. This climbing tree, I throw watermelon out to the critters. I love animals. So, but y'all look at this. Y'all look at this climbing tree. Look at those branches. Look at those branches. Oh, I just love it. I love it. And all the little neighbor kids play on it, and I'll come out here and give them a hard time. I'm in Iowa right now. I am in Iowa. I love it. It's beautiful. I love it. I don't. And see, that's what I said. I want to live in Texas, and I want to live in like the central part of Texas, but I desperately want to be out in the country. I will be able to buy something within a year of moving to Texas. I'm working on my credit now. And I just want an old farmhouse. Give me an old shotgun house out in the middle of 5 acres. I want pets and pigs, and I want to like call crows and have chickens, and y'all, that's what I want to do. I want to buy me, and I can't do that in DFW, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Y'all, I got to get off too. Everybody's saying they got to go. I want to move to Texas, though, specifically because me and my baby sister are very close, and her kids live in McCurtain County. So that would be 3 hours from where we would live. And I want to go wherever my sister's at. "17 years. Oh, the cicadas. Is that what you're talking about? Do you like EMDR therapy? I have been in therapy for 3 years, and I really feel like my therapist is amazing. She is great. But I kind of wonder about EMDR therapy too. I thought about doing, have y'all heard about, I don't know if I can say this online, I'm going to. Because if I get shut down, I get shut down. I'm ready to go to bed. Ketamine treatment. Have y'all heard about that? You actually have to go in. It's an IV treatment. Has anybody done ketamine treatment? Yes, you guys have. Because I think I might want to do that. You take it at home, girl? I would too. There's a lot of things I would do. Doesn't mean I should. I think I'm going to do it. Yes, listen, so here's the thing. When I was on Methany, did I say that right? Or should I say Bethany? Anyways, sometimes they would cut it with that, and I couldn't wake up. I literally fell asleep driving my car and hit 5 mailboxes. So in that form, it does something different when you heat it up. It does something different than IV. It taps into the parts of your brain that need healing, I believe. So insurance will cover it, but you have to prove that you have depression to a certain extent. And I don't think I have depression. I just want some of these memories gone. Like, Satan, get behind me kind of stuff. I don't want to remember it. I said it right. What it called again? Ketamine. Ketamine treatment. Look it up. Yeah, fantastic. I want to do it. Yeah, PTSD. All my kids have PTSD. All of them. Yeah, Blue Eyes, I think, look into it if nothing else. And pain with it here in North Carolina. You know, Kayla, my son was like that for about 4 years. He did not leave our home. And when he did leave, either me or my daughter had to be with him. Something changed in him last year, and that's a praise be to God story. I don't know. I'll tell that story one day, but yeah, my kids all have PTSD. All of them. Yeah. Thanks, Dad. If you're watching this. All of our kids have PTSD. Sorry, son of a yella. You can go grocery about it, though. I have it from my mom. Yeah, we were just talking about EMDR. We were just talking about it. What is that noise? Are you talking about here? I don't know. I think it's just bugs, like cicadas or crickets. They're getting loud, aren't they? Hey, simmer down. I'm on a live. Yeah, they're not listening to me. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Yeah, you heard me. Quieten it down. So, are we expecting rain? So, we have in the Midwest had the hottest temperatures we've ever had in the 10 years I've lived here. It has been hell. And starting tomorrow, we're fixing to get some cool down, like in the 50s. And I'm ready for it. Listen, that's why I moved to the Midwest, so I would enjoy spring and fall. And yeah, so yeah, no, Iowa, I'm just gonna be real honest with you. Iowa is a magical place. Like, people joke about Iowa all the time, but one reason we moved to Iowa is because all of the seasons. We visited here several different times. We vacationed here for an entire summer. And in the summer, it was like 75 degrees. And we're from the South, so it was hot. Like, you couldn't even go outside. And we just fell in love with the weather here in Iowa and the seasons. And, I mean, the blizzards, the snow, the trees. Like, it was a magical... I know that sounds crazy, but it was just like a otherworldly experience. And so we moved here. We loved it. Yeah, it's been so humid here. So humid. I love all the seasons. Yeah, I love it. I do. I know if it's going to be cold, it better snow. Do y'all know last year we got 2 blizzards that were so bad I couldn't even open up my front door? I have pictures I can show you. I'm not joshing you. I'm being serious. You could not open my front door. It was like a wall over the door. You could go out the back door. It's just the way the wind blew, but you could not go out my front door. It was crazy. I am moving back to Texas. So I moved to Iowa to, my husband at the time was a maintenance planner for an ethanol plant here, and we just moved our whole family here. And he and I divorced about a year after we moved our family here and bought a home. I did not have an issue with, he was a cheater. I liked his girlfriend. She was super nice. She's beautiful too. She's from South Carolina. She from South Carolina? No, she's not. Alabama, Greenville, I think. Beautiful girl. She deserved better too. Anyways, that's that. He was a cheater. He cheated all the time. So when he went back over the road, he picked up on his old habits. We ended up divorcing, and we made like he made probably $8,000 a month. No, that's not right. Maybe $10,000 to $12,000 a month. And I worked in education, so I made $1,200 a month. I worked because I loved it. Anyways, when we divorced, we lost everything. We lost our home. We lost our cars. We lost, I sold everything I owned just to buy groceries. And so I got locked here, family locked here, essentially, because he moved off. I couldn't afford to move. My family had already kind of moved here slowly. And so now it's all of us kind of collectively saying, okay, we're ready to go back home. I have a sister still in Oklahoma, and I have a brother in Oklahoma. My mom wants to be closer to them. So, and then I have 2 nephews. I mean, I have family there, essentially. I have family there. So, I don't know. My mom's not young, and she's here. And if she wants to go be closer to the rest of her babies, which are my siblings, I'm going to go where my mom's at. She's 60-something years old. So, you know, that's all we have is our family. So, yeah. Yep. Yeah, dang. I remember there were some ice storms in Texas last year or the year before last, and they were not equipped for that. Didn't they lose like power for a long time? That would be scary. It's like the ice storm of like 2000, I think Oklahoma got. So, yeah. Okay, guys. I've had a great time with all of you. I'm sorry, Melissa. I'm really sorry about that. I know that time's coming for me, and I don't want that. My mom was an addict my whole life. My mom was. And I had to look at her one day and realize that she was never going to be my mom. But if I could love her like my sister, it took away a lot of those expectations that I had of her. And I just see her different now. My mom, you know, it was her first time too. You know, it was her first time too. And she lived through a lot of really screwed up stuff. And my mom had her first child at 16. And she made a lot of mistakes, but boy, my mama had a rough life. My mom's good now. My mom's been good for a really long time. Like 6 years. Maybe 5 years. And I say a really long time because it's a long time for me, for my mom. But she's a different person. She has empathy, and she regrets everything she ever did that hurt her kids. And she speaks about that. And she'll say, I'm sorry that XYZ happened. She feels bad about it. And I'm like, Mom, it's okay. It's okay. You know, I forgive you. Because I want my kids to forgive me. I've messed up too. But yeah. Yeah. We all need our moms, y'all. We were talking about this earlier. We all need our moms. We need our moms to be good moms. That's what we need. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Accountability, yeah. My dad could never. My mom and dad have been married 43 years. And my dad has done some really terrible things. And not like that. But just like trash things. And he just like goes on about life. Like, accept it or don't. I don't care. You know, kind of thing. My mom is... She thinks about it. She talks about it. She wants to say sorry about it, you know. I bet you're a good mom, though. Yeah, accountability makes it... Yeah. When I go like this, y'all, it almost looks like my jaw is swollen, but I think it's the camera. Like, every time I look at that, I'm like, is that the reflection of my glasses? I'm just talking. And you know what? You said you lost your mom when you was 24 and you're 55 now, and I bet your life has never been the same. I bet it's never been the same.